Today I'm going to be doing a review of the 2012 Chevy Sonic LT. Now I'm hearing lots of buzz about this little vehicle and about the compact segment as a whole. I'm excited about this review. What am I waiting for? Let's go take a look. The Chevy Sonic LT hatchback has a 1.8-liter 4-cylinder engine, automatic transmission, up to 26 city, 35 highway MPG, satellite radio, side curtain airbags, stability control, and traction control, all for under $16,000 USD. So let's talk about what ultimately is most important, the driving experience. Now I'm going to have to say, this vehicle, as small as it is, now this is listed as a subcompact here in the US, but I'm telling you, it has the riding dynamics of a larger vehicle. You don't feel like you're going to fly away in this car. First off, it is very precise, very controlled steering. Out on the highway, it's straight as an arrow. You feel secure, and the car feels substantial. To further the point, you've got a nice supportive seat. When you sit in it, you immediately feel comfortable. The shifter is nice and beefy. The steering wheel itself too has some heft, so it feels comfortable. The ergonomics are very sound, and it's got a cabin forward design, so the front window glass is really pushed out. It just aids in that feeling of space. Getting back to the driving dynamics, this has a nice peppy engine with good power off the line. You can expect to go from 0 to 60 in under 9 seconds, which is really respectable for this category. Now the quickness off the line comes with a little bit of engine roar, a little bit of engine noise, but once you're at cruising speed, this is a really quiet, really tight little vehicle. Now this vehicle has a tight suspension, it's got a very firm ride, so you're going to feel those bumps and uneven road surfaces, but getting back to it feeling like a larger car, you know, it stays steady and true. You don't feel like you're all over the road when you do hit a pothole, and that firm suspension really makes for a fun drive. Now there's one low spot that I've noticed while I've been driving this vehicle around for the last couple of days. Now I'm in the hatchback version. Since the back of the vehicle is significantly higher than the front, there are some rear sightline challenges. Now to compensate for these sightline challenges, Chevy has added these oversized mirrors, and for the most part they do the trick. And certainly the sightline issues are not a deal breaker. Overall, it's a fun car to drive. Thumbs up. I think Chevy's done a great job designing the interior of the Sonic. Again, it feels like a more substantial vehicle, and that really is the trend in the compact and subcompact game today. I like the Sonic's overall design concept. I think it's executed well. I think the materials for the most part are of good quality and the fit and finish is good. Now I always say the devil is in the details. One of the things I like about this vehicle is the multiple cubby holes that you have. I mean, this is a small vehicle, so space is a premium. There's 2 glove boxes. There's a couple of different cubbies around the center stack. There's certainly lots of little spaces, nooks and crannies to store things as you're driving around. Now, one of the little novelty items that I really find useful in this vehicle, it has an electronic child safety lock. So if you're like me, you have kids, and you want to make sure you lock them in so they don't go falling out the back, but you don't want to deal with that embarrassing situation where you actually lock your adult passengers in the back because you forgot to go out and make the switch with your key or a little coin. This vehicle has a little button that engages that lock. Well, how cool is that? How many times have you been driving down the road, your kid in the back, they're fiddling around with the windows or the handles, you're whizzing down the highway, and you say to yourself, did I lock the child safety lock? And you pull over to check. This little button has a light that tells you whether it's engaged or not. I think that's awesome. Just a little detail that makes my life easier. Again, I like the design of the interior. It's nice, open and airy. These cloth seats I find to be very supportive. I like the pattern of the cloth. One thing about the seating that I think is a tremendous plus. So if you're a taller person, I can barely, right now with the seat all the way back, I can barely touch the pedals. Now I'm an average guy, I'm about 5'9", but I'm telling you, for those of you taller folks who want to get into an economical, fun to drive car, why should you be penalized because you're not so average? All right? There's a lot of play in this seat. Now the back seat also offers lots of leg room, especially if the folks in front of you, I like to call clowns, especially if the clown in front of you gives you a little bit of slack. There's ample leg room and nice headroom in the back. Overall, it's a really solid interior. I like the design aesthetic. I'm gonna have to give it a thumbs up. Now, great interior cabin room and lots of space in the back has compromised the cargo space in this vehicle. It's got a really small trunk. Let's take a look. There's really only room for 2 small bags without folding down the back seats. The back seats do fold down quick and easy, and they fold down nice and flat, which is a good feature. So there you have it, another honest auto review from an average guy. If you're in the market for a compact vehicle with good fuel economy, great performance and style, you should definitely take a look at the new Sonic from Chevy, and I'll see you next time.